We're always sharing money-saving tips for your next Disney World vacation, but is one of the simplest tips steering you wrong? We're going to dive into this surprisingly controversial savings hack today on DFB Guide. Hey everybody, it's AJ for Disney Food Blog. So if you've watched the channel before and seen some of our Disney World savings hacks videos, if you haven't, go watch them, you know that we love recommending free water, under the radar loyalty programs, and bringing your own snacks to save a little bit of cash on your vacation dining expenses. So the free water one, well, we're not budging on that. No one needs to spend $5 on a water bottle. Bring a refillable one. But it seems that most of our readers never bring their own food to Disney World. So should you bring your own food to Disney World? Well, we asked our followers on Instagram, how often do you bring your own food into the parks? And the results were kind of surprising. Of the over 25,000 people who responded, only 15% said they bring their own food all the time, while 85% said they hardly ever bring their own food into the parks. Now, we know that every Disney tip doesn't work for everyone. Not all advice is good advice, but this tip can be super helpful for a whole lot of people, and we want to make sure no one misses out. So, who does bring their own food, and why might you want to consider it? Let's check it out. Well, one of the biggest reasons that people bring their own food to Disney World is to save money. So food at Disney World can be very expensive. And when you're shelling out anywhere from $50 to $100 per meal, that can get a little crazy on the budget. We had one DFB reader that says, anytime I go to the parks, I bring lunch, snacks, and lots of water. Then dinner is spent at a nice restaurant. So you can save for splurges on a special meal each day rather than having to worry about spending to $15 to $20 per person for breakfast and lunch too, if you bring your own food. So if you don't need Mickey waffles every morning, bank that cash aside for a nice dinner. And water is way overpriced in the parks, as we said a million times. So if you bring your own of one thing, make it that. Another reader said, we ordered groceries as soon as we got to our hotel. Saves us a fortune, especially in water bottles. Now, if you're staying somewhere with a kitchen, cooking for yourself can save you money big time, especially if you're traveling with a larger group or multiple kiddos. Breakfast is often the meal most people self-supply in their room, so they can save some cash and get to the ride sooner. No stopping for even a grab-and-go breakfast if you've already grabbed and goed it from your hotel room. Now, I know that a lot of you tell me, if I'm on vacation, I'm not cooking. I totally get that. But sometimes bringing a granola bar or something you don't even have to cook, just grab something that's prepackaged that you've brought from home or that you've ordered through a grocery service, and that can save you some big bucks too. Another big reason why people bring their own food to the parks is if you have a special diet. So Disney has plant-based items at every food location now, but other special diets like gluten-free or keto or certain allergies can still be a bit more of a hassle. Disney's great with handling allergies and special diets, but you may still have to speak with a chef and have something altered or specially made for you to eat. So bring your own snacks or quick meals if you know those are going to be able to satisfy your hunger and your special diet, and that will save you some time and money. Then you're sure you'll stick to your diet and always have something to eat. You won't get hangry. One reader who does bring their own food to Disney suggested starting your day with something you've brought. They say usually easy breakfast because I'm gluten-free, so it's hard to find good on-the-go gluten-free breakfast there. That makes sense. Bringing your own breakfast is a great way to save time in the morning, gluten-free or not, especially if you're going to Hollywood Studios where lines can be long for Starbucks and other grab-and-go spots in the morning. As I said, Disney's great at accommodating special dietary requests, and most quick service and table service restaurants in the parks and resorts can accommodate most of the top allergens, including eggs, fish, gluten, milk, peanuts, shellfish, soy, and tree nuts, and of course wheat. There's a lot of info surrounding special diets at Disney World, so we've created a little cheat sheet to help you out. Just head to disneyfoodblog.com/special diet cheat sheet to get a free printable download. All you have to do is sign up for our very free newsletter, and you'll get that cheat sheet and all the latest Disney news and info directly to your inbox to help you plan your trip. Now, if you're making a table service reservation through the My Disney Experience app, you'll be able to note if anyone in your party has concerns with those specific allergens. And once you're seated, your server is going to go over your concerns and options. Most restaurants have an allergen-friendly menu or guide that will list dishes free of those allergens, and all kitchens are equipped to help prevent cross-contamination. Most restaurants also have options for those following diets related to diabetes, gastric bypass, lap band, low carb, low fat, low sodium, no sugar added, or plant-based. If you have an allergy that is not listed on Disney's website, have PKU or other medically restrictive diets, or 4 or more allergies or intolerances, You can reach out to Disney's Special Diets team via email 14 days before your arrival, and that's special.diets@disneyworld.com. Disney is also able to accommodate both kosher and halal meals. Kosher meals are available at table service restaurants and select quick service restaurants, and those can be requested 24 hours in advance by calling 407-824-1391. Halal meals are also available at select table service locations. You can request them 24 hours in advance by calling that same number or emailing the Special Diets team. Know that if you bring your own food into the parks, Disney will not be able to store, cook, or reheat anything for you. But if you're staying at a Disney resort, you can request an additional fridge for your room if you need some more space. If you have any other specific questions, reach out to the Special Diets team via email and download our cheat sheet to have all this info and a few of our recommended restaurants for those with special diets right in your inbox. DisneyFoodblog.com/special diet cheat sheet. Another big reason people bring their own food to Disney World, and you might want to do the same, is to save time. Having your own breakfast and snacks on hand can be a huge time saver, especially if you're visiting the parks when they're more crowded and lines for food get long. And if you only have so many hours in a park, especially like right now with shortened park hours and no park hopping, you may not want to spend any time waiting in food lines and noshing at a table. Since mobile ordering is basically required for everyone right now, our top secret tip is out. And even if you are mobile ordering, it could take a few minutes to get your lunch. So skip all that potential waiting and pack a sandwich or a quick and easy snack to hold you over until you're not rushing from ride to ride. Now, another reason that people bring their own food into the parks is to appease the kiddos. Listen, your kids will have a meltdown in the parks, whether it's from overstimulation, a wonky vacation bedtime schedule, or they just need a snack. Come prepared to appease the kiddos, as this DFB reader does. They bring, quote, just snacks for the littles, goldfish, fruit snacks, and PB&Js. It's always good to have snacks on hand if you're not ready to stop for a meal, but the kiddos need to eat ASAP. So gift shops sell some items like chips and snacks, but you might want to order groceries or pack a few items in your suitcase to ensure you'll have exactly what you and your kids want. We hear the recommendation all the time from moms and dads to pack a fanny pack for each kid with several snacks they can dip into throughout the day, so you aren't stuck carrying everything in one big bag and you don't have to stop in the middle of something to go get a snack. Another big reason people bring their own food to the parks, myself included, is if Disney World doesn't stock your favorites. So you won't find a full selection of items and brands in your hotel gift shop, and there are a few things you won't find anywhere on Disney property. So if you need these in your life, you better plan ahead and bring them or place a grocery order to be delivered to your hotel. So Disney doesn't carry Pepsi, there's only Coke products, Cheerios or General Mills products, though you may find some knockoffs, gum, and neither does the Orlando Airport, by the way, Goldfish, though they randomly pop up on mac and cheese or at club level lounges from time to time. And you can order groceries from Amazon Prime Now, Garden Grocer, and other delivery services and have them brought straight to your hotel. So items can be left at Bell Services. Even cold items, they will actually store cold items in a refrigerator, but they will charge $5 to bring your groceries to your room. Totally worth it in my estimation. All right, another reason you might want to bring your food into the parks is to help bank those snack credits. So the Disney Dining Plan is not currently running, but it will more than likely be back, and so will snack credits. As this DFB follower notes, there's only one thing they bring to the parks, only snacks. We love using our snack credits for coffee in the afternoon. If you're someone who doesn't have trouble using up your snack credits, like if you use them for coffee for the whole group each day or twice a day, help bank those snack credits away for the things you really want by bringing your own snacks to the parks. Coffee's a great deal on the Disney Dining Plan. You can get any size Starbucks coffee for a snack credit, yeah, even a venti, and save those snack credits for high-cost Disney snacks or just what you like the most to get the most value out of the plan. All right, and the next reason you might want to bring your own food to Disney World, babies and toddlers. I know we already talked about kids, but now we're talking bottles and baby food and all that stuff. So if you're going to Disney World with little ones, really little ones, you are more than likely bringing at least a bit of your own food into the parks. Baby food in small glass jars is the only glass item permitted in the parks. But if you don't want to carry your own, you can always purchase some in the baby care centers, which are in each Disney park. In addition to baby food, they sell juice, diapers, wipes, sunscreen, OTC meds, and some clothing. The baby care centers are also where you're going to find nursing rooms, a changing room, a feeding area with high chairs, a small kitchen that has a microwave and sink so you can heat up bottles, and a little lounge area and a TV with seating if you just need to get out of the parks with your little ones for a few minutes. That's a huge, huge benefit, moms and dads. If you guys aren't using those baby care centers to kind of escape the parks and the crazy and get some air conditioning for a little bit, consider it. It's definitely great. All right, so now you know why you might want to bring your own food into Disney World. Now, here are some tips for bringing your own food into the parks. Remember, there's no loose ice allowed in the parks right now. That was one of those changes that came in last May. So instead of loose ice, you can bring ice packs or toss ice in a Ziploc bag. Besides small baby food containers, no glass is allowed in the parks. And it should go without saying you can't bring your own alcohol into the parks as well. Coolers must be no larger than 18 by 25 by 37 inches, which is the size that will fit in a large locker. So you can't bring those kind of wheelie coolers around and have like a whole gourmet meal in the middle of Magic Kingdom, but you can bring coolers with some keep cold stuff if you have bottles or something like that. And lockers are great, don't forget, if you don't want to carry food around every day. Lockers are available at each park. Small lockers are $10 per day and large lockers are $12 per day. There are also jumbo lockers at Magic Kingdom and Epcot for $15 per day. Now, why don't people follow this tip and bring their own food to Disney World? Well, there are several reasons why, and we totally get them. We've outlined the top reasons people do bring food in the parks and why you might want to consider it yourself, but there are some pretty decent and logical reasons why people might not bring their own snacks into Disney World. First up, you live for Disney snacks. You don't have to tell us twice. We're constantly trying so many Disney snacks, there's no need to bring anything else into the parks to eat. Now, most of you don't have a job that literally requires you to try all of the newest Disney snacks and menu items, but if you've been eyeing the eats we post on our Instagram feed and you saved up plenty to eat every meal out on vacation, then you may not need to bring any extra snacks in your park bag. We had a lot of responders to our question kind of saying, why would I bring more food? I just want to eat the Disney food. Makes sense, we get it. Another reason why you might not want to bring your own snacks, you don't have trouble finding things you can and want to eat in the parks. So if you don't have allergies or dietary restrictions, or they're handled easily, you may not need to pack a backup snack just in case. Disney's gotten so much better with readily available special diet-friendly items in the past several years. 10 years ago, being gluten-free or vegan meant talking to the chef at every single restaurant and not being able to dine just anywhere. Now you can pretty much walk up to any kiosk and find something you can eat. Another reason why you may not bring your own food to Disney World, you're on the Disney dining plan. If you're like our coffee-loving follower, maybe you don't have a hard time using up every single one of your snack credits on the dining plan, but most people don't find it so easy. Many people end up not using some of those snack credits. No snack left behind, remember, that's what we say here at DFB. Don't snack on a granola bar from home when you've got a snack credit burning a hole in your pocket. And another reason why you might not want to bring your own food to Disney World, you're in full vacation mode. You don't want to worry about prepping breakfast or carrying around a bag for snacks. We get it. This might be your one big vacation or your 10th big vacation that year. I don't care. And you don't even want to think about cooking any kind of meal for anyone. You do you. You're traveling light or bagless. You might not have room for granola bars or other snacks. Just budget ahead for all that Disney dining. So if bringing your own food to Disney World still doesn't seem the best way for you to save money on your upcoming trip, but you still want to save, or now you're curious about that Disney dining plan, we have a great resource that breaks down all of the ways you can save on food at Disney World and helps you decide if the dining plan might be right for you when it comes back. We've created our DFB guide to Walt Disney World dining with our team's combined decades of Disney World experience. It's over 700 pages of info straight from the experts. You can pick that up, your very own copy of our ebook, over at dfbstore.com. Use code YouTube for a discount on that guide or on any of our snack or Epcot Festival guides or any of our bundles. Everything's up to date with what's going on currently in Disney World with special tips for visiting right now. We hope these tips are helpful. We're always giving out our hard-won advice to help you have a better Disney trip. We always say if we're not creating valuable content, we don't want to create any content at all for you guys. If you have tips, leave them in the comments. Your advice helps others plan their trips as well. Thank you guys for being experts and for helping out the rest of our subscribers and our watchers and our viewers to make sure everyone can have a great Disney trip. Thank you guys for watching. Thanks for listening. As always, this is AJ for Disney Food Blog, and we'll see you real soon.